Let your body begin to settle, right where you are, feeling the support beneath you, the gentle weight of your limbs resting against whatever holds you now. Your shoulders soften, letting go of any tension they've been carrying, like leaves drifting down from a quiet tree. Your arms feel heavy, pleasantly heavy, as if they've been filled with warm, golden light, sinking deeper into the surface beneath them. Your legs, too, grow heavier, rooted like ancient stones in a slow-moving river, unmoving, unhurried, perfectly at rest. Now bring your awareness to your breath, not changing it, not forcing it, just noticing how it moves in and out of your body, like the tide pulling back and returning to the shore. With each slow inhale, the air fills your lungs, cool and fresh, carrying with it a quiet, steady rhythm. And with each gentle exhale, your body softens a little more, releasing anything that no longer needs to be held. Your breath becomes a soft wave, rising and falling, carrying you deeper into this moment of stillness. Feel the weight of your head against the surface behind you, or perhaps cradled in your hands if you're sitting. Your neck eases, your jaw unclenches, and your forehead smooths, as if the day's thoughts have dissolved like morning mist under the warmth of the sun. Your eyelids grow heavier, heavier still, as if they've been brushed with the lightest touch of velvet, drawing you inward, deeper into this quiet space. Your whole body feels grounded, like a ship anchored in calm waters, safe, secure, perfectly at peace. Now, as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, imagine a sound beginning to fill the space around you. Not loud, not sudden, but soft, like the hum of a distant choir of voices, blending into a single, resonant tone. This sound vibrates at 10 Hertz, a frequency that wraps around you like a warm, gentle blanket, soothing your mind, easing your body, guiding you into a state of deep, calm relaxation. It doesn't demand your attention. It simply exists, steady and unchanging, like the quiet pulse of the earth beneath you. And as you listen, you may feel your thoughts slowing, like leaves settling to the ground after a soft breeze, leaving only stillness, only peace. With each breath, you drift a little deeper, your body growing heavier, your mind growing quieter, as if you're sinking into the softest bed of moss, cool and comforting beneath you. The sound of 10 Hertz continues to hum, wrapping around you like a lullaby, carrying you further into this space of deep, effortless rest. Your muscles relax completely, your limbs growing heavier, your body feeling as though it's melting into the surface beneath you, like warm honey spreading slowly across a smooth stone. Your breath deepens, slows, each inhale pulling in calm, each exhale releasing tension, like waves washing away footprints in the sand. Now, as you rest here, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a vast, open courtyard, bathed in the soft glow of perpetual twilight. The air is cool and still, carrying the faintest whisper of a breeze, like the breath of the earth itself. Above you, the sky is not dark, but filled with slowly pulsing points of light, like distant stars singing a silent song. These lights hum softly, resonating with the same 10 Hertz tone that has been guiding you, pulling you deeper into this tranquil space. The courtyard is lined with ancient benches, worn smooth by time, their surfaces polished by countless hands resting upon them over the ages. At the center of the courtyard lies a pool of perfectly still, dark water, its surface so smooth it looks like glass. The water reflects nothing of the world above, only the slow, rhythmic pulse of the lights in the sky, like a mirror to the music of the cosmos. You walk toward the pool, your feet moving lightly, as if you're floating just above the ground, drawn forward by the quiet promise of peace. The benches around you are empty, but you feel no loneliness, only a deep sense of belonging, as if this place has been waiting for you. The air hums with the sound of 10 Hertz, wrapping around you like a warm embrace, guiding you to sit upon one of the benches, its surface cool and smooth beneath your hands. As you settle onto the bench, you feel the weight of your body sinking into it, the wood cradling you like an old friend. Your breath slows even more, each inhale pulling in the quiet of this place, each exhale releasing the last traces of tension from your body. The pool of water before you shimmers faintly, as if responding to your presence, its surface rippling with the same slow, steady rhythm as your breath. You lean forward slightly, watching the reflections of the pulsing lights dance across the water, like fireflies caught in a gentle current. The sound of 10 Hertz continues to hum, a constant, reassuring presence, like the heartbeat of this place, guiding you deeper into relaxation. Now, as you sit here, you notice something else, something beyond the water, beyond the lights, beyond even the sound. It's a feeling, a deep, quiet knowing that this place is safe, that you are safe, that there is nothing here that could disturb your peace. The archive of sighs, as it is called, holds the echoes of countless moments of release, of breaths exhaled in relief, of tensions dissolved into stillness. And now it holds yours too, as you let go of anything that no longer serves you, anything that weighs on your mind or body. With each slow breath, you feel lighter, freer, as if you're shedding layers of the day, like petals falling from a flower in bloom. The pool before you begins to glow faintly, not with light, but with a soft, inner warmth, like the first light of dawn seeping through the horizon. The water shifts ever so slightly, as if stirred by an unseen hand, and for a moment, you see your own reflection not as you are now, but as you might be in this moment, calm, still, at peace. The reflection smiles softly, as if to reassure you, and then fades, leaving only the quiet, steady pulse of the lights above. You feel no need to hold onto the image, no need to grasp at it, only a deep, quiet contentment, like a leaf resting on the surface of a still pond. The sound of 10 hertz continues to hum, a constant, unchanging presence, like the distant roar of the ocean heard from a quiet shore. It fills the space around you, wrapping you in its warmth, guiding your breath, your thoughts, your very being into a state of deep, effortless relaxation. Your body feels heavy, pleasantly heavy, as if you've become one with the bench beneath you, the earth beneath that, the sky above. Your mind is quiet, your thoughts slow and soft, like clouds drifting lazily across a summer sky. There is no rush here, no need to be anywhere else, no need to do anything but rest and breathe and be. Now, as you sit here, you may notice something new, the faintest scent in the air, like the first hint of rain on warm stone, or the soft fragrance of jasmine blooming in the night. It's subtle, barely there, but it fills you with a sense of comfort, of home, as if this place has always known you, and you have always known it. The scent lingers, wrapping around you like a soft shawl, carrying with it the promise of deep, restful sleep, of dreams that heal and restore. Your eyelids grow heavier still, your breath slows, your body relaxes even more, as if you're sinking into a sea of warm, golden light. The sound of 10 hertz hums on, steady and reassuring, like the heartbeat of the earth, lulling you deeper and deeper still. You feel no need to resist this pull, no need to hold onto wakefulness, only a gentle surrender to the quiet, the stillness, to the peace. Your thoughts drift like leaves on a slow, moving river, carried away by the current, leaving only the quiet hum of the archive of sighs, the soft pulse of the lights, the steady rhythm of your breath. With each exhale, you let go a little more, sinking deeper into this space of deep, effortless rest, of calm, of quiet. Your body feels heavy, your mind still, your heart at peace, as if you've come home to a place you've always known. The archive holds you now, cradling you in its quiet embrace, guiding you gently toward sleep, toward dreams, toward renewal. And so you begin to drift, your breath slowing, your body growing heavier, your mind quieter, as the sound of 10 hertz fades into the background, no longer needed, for you are already there. The lights above pulse softly, their rhythm matching the steady beat of your heart, guiding you deeper and deeper still. The pool of water reflects not just the sky, but the quiet certainty that you are safe, you are held, you are at peace. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold on to, only the quiet, the stillness, the deep, restful surrender to this moment. Your eyelids grow heavier, your breath slows, and the world around you fades, replaced by the soft, golden darkness of sleep. The archive of sighs hums softly in the distance, its song a lullaby, carrying you deeper and deeper still. Your body relaxes completely, your mind quiet, your heart at ease, as you drift into the warm, comforting embrace of sleep. With each slow breath, you sink further, letting go of the day, letting go of all that no longer serves you, letting go of everything but this moment of deep, restful peace. And now, as you settle into the quiet, into the stillness, into the soft, golden dark, you feel yourself drifting, drifting, drifting. The sound of 10 hertz is gone, but its warmth lingers, like the memory of a gentle touch, guiding you into the deepest, most restful sleep. Your breath slows to a whisper, your body grows heavier, your mind quieter as you let go completely, surrendering to the peace, to the quiet, to the stillness. There is no need to hold on, no need to stay awake, only the gentle pull of sleep, of dreams, of renewal. The archive of sighs fades into the background, its song now a part of you, a quiet hum in the depths of your being, guiding you into the warm, comforting darkness. Close your eyes now and let the first breath be the only breath you need to take for a while. the anchor is already humming through the air, a slow, deep vibration that moves like honey through the spaces between your thoughts. You don't have to listen to it. Not really. It's not something you hear with your ears, but with the quietest part of your mind, the part that remembers how to float. The resonance is here, wrapping around you like the softest wool, pulling you deeper into the bench beneath you, into the petrified wood that has waited centuries to hold you exactly like this. Let your fingers rest against the smooth, cool surface of the bench, and notice how the wood doesn't just support you, it welcomes you. Each cell in your hands begins to unclench, one by one, like tiny fists slowly relaxing after a lifetime of being held too tight. The first cell lets go with a sigh, a microscopic release of heat, a warmth that spreads to its neighbor. Then the next, a chain reaction of surrender moving up your arms, into your shoulders, down your spine. You don't have to make it happen. It happens on its own, like the way the garden breathes without effort, like the way the dark water in the pool reflects the sky without trying. Feel the weight of your eyelids, how they press gently against your cheeks, not because they're heavy, but because gravity has decided to be kinder here. The hum of the anchor isn't just in the air anymore. It's in your bones, in the marrow, in the spaces between your ribs, where your lungs expand like slow, deep tides. Each breath you take is a little deeper than the last, but not because you're forcing it, because the air is thicker here, richer, like breathing in the scent of rain on warm stone. Your chest rises and falls, and with each movement, the bench beneath you seems to rise up just a little, as if the earth itself is cradling you, lifting you toward the twilight sky. Now let your gaze soften, even though your eyes are closed. The backs of your eyelids aren't dark. They are filled with the slow pulse of the constellations, points of light that aren't stars, but notes, humming at 432 Hertz, the same frequency as the anchor. Each pulse of light is a breath, a sigh, a whisper from the garden. And with everyone, your vision blurs a little more, the edges of the world dissolving into something softer, something kinder. The colors behind your eyelids shift from deep violet to indigo to a velvety black, not the black of absence, but the black of a sky so full of stars it forgets to be empty. Your sense of sight is the first to fade, not because it's gone, but because it's no longer needed. world doesn't disappear. It simply becomes something you feel rather than see, like the way you know the anchor is still humming, even when you stop listening. The resonance moves through you like a current, carrying away the last remnants of tension, the last whispers of thoughts that don't belong here. Your breath slows, matching the rhythm of the hum, and for the first time in a long time, you don't have to think about breathing at all. It just happens, like the way the garden grows, without anyone telling it to. The sounds around you begin to dissolve next, not because they're gone, but because they've become part of the hum. The distant ripple of water, the sigh of the wind through unseen leaves, the quiet creak of the bench as it adjusts to your weight. All of it blends into the anchor, becoming a single, endless note. Your ears relax, the tiny muscles in your inner ear unclenching, releasing the last bits of strain, the last bits of noise that don't belong in this garden. The hum isn't just in the air anymore. It's in your skin, in your blood, in the slow, steady pulse of your heartbeat, which has decided to match the rhythm of the cosmos. Now, let your sense of touch begin to soften, not because you're losing it, but because the boundaries between your skin and the world are blurring. The bench beneath you isn't just supporting you, it's becoming part of you. The cool stone melding with the warmth of your body, the two becoming one. Your fingers no longer feel the grain of the wood. They feel the hum, the slow vibration of the anchor moving through the petrified fibers, through your bones, through the very center of you. The air against your skin isn't just air anymore. It's the breath of the garden, cool and gentle, brushing against you like the softest cobweb, like the whisper of a sigh. Your body is no longer a collection of limbs and bones. It's a single, slow wave, a ripple in the water of the pool, a note in the hum of the anchor. The weight of you isn't gone, it's transformed, spread out across the bench, across the courtyard, across the twilight sky. You don't have to hold yourself together anymore. You're held, cradled, lifted by the resonance, by the garden, by the dark water that reflects nothing but the music of the cosmos. Your breath slows even more, matching the rhythm of the hum, and with each exhale, the last bits of tension leave your body, like leaves drifting from a tree in autumn. The hum is all there is now. No sight, no sound, no touch, just the anchor, just the resonance, just the slow, deep vibration that fills the spaces between your thoughts. Your mind is no longer a storm of ideas. It's a still pool, perfectly calm, perfectly dark, perfectly empty. The constellations above you pulse in time with your breath. Their light, a soft, steady glow that doesn't illuminate, but simply is, like the way the garden exists without needing to be seen. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anything. You're just here, just now, just a note in the hum, a ripple in the water, a sigh in the garden. The darkness behind your eyelids deepens, not because it's getting darker, but because your awareness is pulling inward, like the tide receding from the shore. The anchor hums at 40 hertz now, a slow, deep pulse that moves through you like a heartbeat, like the rhythm of the earth itself. Your body is no longer a body. It's a sensation, a feeling, a slow, steady wave of warmth that spreads from the center of your chest to the tips of your fingers, to the soles of your feet. The bench beneath you is no longer separate from you. It's part of you. The garden is part of you. The twilight sky is part of you. And you are part of all of it, held in the endless, gentle embrace of the resonance. Your breath slows to a crawl, each inhale and exhale taking longer than the last, not because you're forcing it, but because time itself is stretching, softening, becoming something fluid, something kind. The hum at 40 hertz is the only sound, the only sensation, the only thing that exists, and even that is fading, not because it's gone, but because it's become part of you. Your thoughts are no longer thoughts. They are echoes, whispers, sighs that drift away like smoke, leaving behind only the quiet, only the stillness, only the dark. You don't have to fight to stay awake. You don't have to fight to stay aware. You're just here, just now, just a slow, steady pulse in the hum, a ripple in the water, a sigh in the garden. The darkness behind your eyelids is no longer darkness. It's absence, emptiness, a void so complete it doesn't feel empty at all. It's the space between the notes, the silence between the sighs, the stillness between the breaths. You don't have to hold onto anything. There's nothing to hold onto, nothing to let go of, nothing to remember, nothing to forget. The anchor hums at 0 hertz now, not because it's stopped, but because it's become part of the void, part of the silence, part of the endless, gentle dark. You are no longer here, not in the way you were before. You're asleep, not awake, not anywhere, not anything. You're just a slow, steady pulse in the hum, a ripple in the water, a sigh in the garden. The bench beneath you, the courtyard around you, the twilight sky above you, they're all still here, but they don't matter anymore because you're not separate from them. You're part of the resonance, part of the void, part of the endless, gentle dark. And in this moment, there's nothing else, nothing to fear, nothing to want, nothing to need. And so, as the last echoes of thought dissolve into the quiet space around you, there is only this moment, a moment that stretches like warm honey pouring over the edges of a jar. Slow, deliberate, unhurried. The air around you is not just air, it is rest. A soft, velvety presence that moves with you, through you, around you, as if the very atmosphere has become a living, breathing entity of calm. And as you inhale, you do not simply draw breath. You invite this rest to fill you, to seep into the deepest crevices of your lungs, your ribs, the spaces between your cells, as though each breath is a gentle wave, carrying you deeper into stillness. The inhale begins so softly that you might almost miss it. A whisper of movement at the edges of your awareness, like the first light touch of dawn against closed eyelids. And as the breath enters, it does not rush. It does not force its way in. It simply unfolds, like petals opening in slow motion. Each layer of the breath revealing another layer of calm. The air moves past your lips, cool and smooth, gliding over the soft tissues of your mouth, your throat, your windpipe, as though it is caressing each surface it touches, leaving behind a trail of warmth, of ease, of gentle release. And with each passing second, the breath deepens, not because you demand it, but because the body remembers how. Now, pay attention to the way the breath fills your lungs, not as a mechanical movement, but as a living, expanding presence. Imagine your lungs as vast, open fields that stretch out beneath a wide, endless sky. And as the breath arrives, it is as though the sky itself is descending, softly, effortlessly, filling every corner of that field, until there is no distinction between the breath and the space it occupies. The ribs rise, not with force, but with grace, as though they are being lifted by invisible hands. Hands that know exactly how much pressure to apply. Just enough to create room. Just enough to invite the breath deeper. And as the lungs expand, they do not strain. They do not resist. They simply open, like a flower turning toward the light. Feel the weight of your chest as it rises, not as a burden, but as a gentle reminder of presence. The way a stone sits at the bottom of a pond, perfectly still, perfectly at ease. And as the breath continues to flow, notice how the air moves within you. Not in a straight line, but in slow, meandering currents. Like water moving through a quiet riverbed. Curving around obstacles, pooling in hollows, finding its way with effortless patience. Each molecule of air carrying with it a whisper of calm. A whisper that says, "This is how it should be." Now, as the inhale reaches its peak, there is a pause. A moment of perfect stillness before the exhale begins. This pause is not an absence of movement. It is a space of pure potential. A threshold between what was and what will be. And in this pause, you are neither holding nor releasing. You are simply being, existing in the quiet between breaths. The exhale begins not with a push, but with a surrender. As though the breath has decided it is time to let go. And it does so with the same softness as the inhale. Like a sigh, like a whisper, like the last notes of a lullaby fading into silence. The air moves outward, not in a rush, but in a slow, steady stream, carrying with it any lingering tension, any resistance, any thoughts that no longer serve you. Feel the way the lungs empty, not as a collapse, but as a gentle deflation, like a balloon losing its air in slow motion. The ribs softening, the chest lowering, the body settling deeper into itself. And as the breath leaves, it does not take anything essential with it. It only carries away what was meant to go, leaving behind a sense of lightness, of clarity, of space. A space that is immediately filled by the next inhale, which arrives not as an interruption, but as a continuation. And so the cycle continues. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Each breath a wave in an endless ocean of calm. Each wave carrying you deeper into stillness, deeper into rest, deeper into the quiet rhythm of your own being. And with each breath, the rest becomes more tangible, more real, as though it is not just something you are experiencing, but something you are becoming. Now, let your awareness drift to the edges of the breath, to the places where the air meets the body, to the sensation of the breath moving in and out of your nostrils. Feel the coolness of the inhale, the slight warmth of the exhale, the way the air brushes against the delicate tissues inside your nose, as though it is painting each surface with a layer of calm. And as you focus on this sensation, notice how it anchors you, how it roots you in the present moment, like an invisible thread connecting you to the here and now. The breath is not just air. It is a bridge between the outer world and the inner world. A bridge that you can cross at any moment, simply by paying attention. And as you do, the outer world begins to fade, not in a way that is jarring or abrupt, but in a way that is soft, gradual, like mist dissipating in the morning sun, leaving behind only the quiet, the calm, the rest. Now imagine that with each exhale, you are releasing not just air, but any remaining tension, any thoughts that no longer belong, anything that is not rest. And with each inhale, you are drawing in more of the calm, more of the stillness, more of the gentle, nurturing presence of rest, as though the breath is a conversation between you and the world. A conversation where the world says, "Let go," and you say, "I will." Feel the way the rest is settling into your body, not as a weight, but as a comfort, like a warm blanket draped over you on a cool evening. The kind of blanket that is heavy enough to make you feel safe, but light enough to let you breathe. And as it settles, notice how your muscles begin to soften, how your limbs grow heavier, how your thoughts grow slower, as though the rest is seeping into every fiber of your being. Now, let your awareness expand beyond the breath, beyond the body, to the space around you. Imagine that this space is filled with the same rest, the same calm, the same stillness, as though you are floating in an endless ocean of peace, an ocean that cradles you, supports you, holds you gently in its embrace. And as you float, you realize that there is nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to achieve. Only this moment, only this breath, only this rest. The rest is not something you have to earn. It is not something you have to chase. It is already here, already within you, already around you. And all you have to do is let it in. All you have to do is surrender to it. Like a leaf surrendering to the current of a river. Now imagine that the rest is not just a sensation, but a color, a deep, rich, velvety blue. The color of twilight, of quiet lakes, of the sky just before sleep. And as you breathe, this color begins to fill you, starting at the edges of your awareness, slowly, gradually, spreading inward until it permeates every cell, every thought, every sensation. And as it does, you feel yourself dissolving into it. Not in a way that is frightening, but in a way that is comforting. Like melting into a warm bath. The blue deepens, not as a darkness, but as a richness that invites you to go deeper, to let go of the last remnants of resistance, to sink into the rest completely. And as you do, you notice that the breath is no longer something you control. It is simply happening. Like the tides, like the turning of the earth. Effortless, natural, inevitable. Now imagine that the rest is not just a color, but a sound. A low, steady hum. The hum of 10 Hertz Alpha. The sound of calm, of relaxation, of peace. And as you listen, you realize that this sound has been with you all along. A quiet, constant presence beneath the noise of the world. And now, as the rest deepens, the sound grows louder. Not in a way that is overwhelming, but in a way that is soothing. Like the distant roar of the ocean, or the steady rhythm of a heartbeat. The hum vibrates through you, not as a shaking, but as a resonance that aligns every part of you with the frequency of rest. And as it does, you feel a deep sense of harmony, as though every cell, every thought, every sensation is singing the same song. The song of calm, the song of stillness, the song of peace. And as the song continues, you realize that you are not just listening to it. You are part of it. A single note in a vast, endless symphony of rest. Now, let your awareness drift to the edges of this sound, to the places where the hum fades into silence. And as you do, you realize that the silence is not empty. It is full, rich, alive with possibility, like the space between the stars or the pause between breaths. And in this silence, you find a stillness so deep, so complete, that it feels as though time itself has dissolved, leaving behind only this moment, only this rest. And in this moment, you are not separate from the rest. You are not separate from the calm. You are not separate from the stillness. You are the rest. You are the calm. You are the stillness. And as this truth settles into you, you feel a deep sense of relief, as though a weight you did not even know you were carrying has been lifted, as though you have finally come home. Now let the rest carry you. Let it guide you deeper. Let it support you, cradle you, hold you gently in its embrace. And as you sink into it, you realize that there is no end to this journey, no destination to reach, only the endless, unfolding experience of rest, of calm, of peace. And as you drift, you understand that this is where you belong. Not in the doing, not in the striving, but in the being. In the simple, effortless act of existing. The breath continues. Soft, steady, unhurried. Each inhale, a gentle wave of calm. Each exhale, a soft release of anything that is not rest. And with each breath, you sink deeper, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the peace, deeper into the quiet rhythm of your own being. Now imagine that the rest is not just something you feel, but something you can see. A soft golden light, the light of early morning, of quiet dawns, of gentle beginnings. And as you breathe, this light begins to fill the space around you. Slowly, gradually, like mist rising from a still lake, until it surrounds you completely. A warm, glowing presence that holds you gently in its glow. And as it does, you feel a deep sense of safety, as though nothing can disturb this moment, as though you are perfectly, completely protected. The light deepens, not as a brightness, but as a warmth that seeps into your skin, your muscles, your bones, as though the light itself is a form of rest, a form of calm, a form of peace. And as it does, you feel yourself dissolving into it, not in a way that is frightening, but in a way that is comforting, like melting into the arms of someone you trust completely. Now, let your awareness drift to the edges of this light, to the places where it fades into the surrounding space. And as you do, you realize that the space is not empty. It is full of the same rest, the same calm, the same peace, as though the light is just one part of a vast, endless field of stillness, a field that stretches out in all directions, infinite, timeless, boundless. And as you float in this field, you realize that you are not alone. You are part of something much larger, something that holds you, supports you, guides you gently toward deeper rest. The breath continues, soft, steady, unhurried. Each inhale drawing in more of the light. Each exhale releasing anything that is not rest. And with each breath, you sink deeper, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the peace, deeper into the quiet rhythm of your own being. Now, imagine that the rest is not just something you experience, but something you can taste. A sweet, subtle flavor, like honey or warm milk, or the first sip of tea on a quiet morning. And as you breathe, this flavor begins to fill your mouth, slowly, gradually, like a slow sip of something delicious, until it permeates every taste bud, every sensation. And as it does, you feel a deep sense of comfort, as though the rest itself is nourishing you, feeding you, sustaining you, filling you with calm. The flavor deepens, not as an intensity, but as a richness that invites you to savor each moment, to linger in the sensation, to let the rest fill you completely. And as you do, you notice that the breath has become effortless, like the gentle rise and fall of the ocean, or the slow, steady rhythm of a lullaby. And as the breath continues, you realize that you are not just tasting the rest. You are becoming it, dissolving into it, merging with it, becoming one with the calm. Now, let your awareness drift to the edges of this flavor, to the places where it fades into the surrounding stillness. And as you do, you realize that the stillness is not empty. It is full of the same rest, the same calm, the same peace, as though the flavor is just one part of a vast, endless experience of stillness. An experience that holds you, cradles you, guides you gently toward deeper rest. And as you float in this stillness, you realize that there is nothing to do, nothing to achieve, nothing to strive for. Only this moment, only this breath, only this rest. The breath continues. Soft, steady, unhurried. Each inhale drawing in more of the rest. Each exhale releasing anything that is not calm. And with each breath, you sink deeper, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the peace, deeper into the quiet rhythm of your own being. Now imagine that the rest is not just something you taste, but something you can smell. A soft, subtle fragrance, like lavender or fresh rain, or the scent of clean sheets. And as you breathe, this fragrance begins to fill the air around you. Slowly, gradually, like a gentle breeze carrying the scent of a summer garden, until it surrounds you completely. A warm, comforting presence that holds you gently in its embrace. And as it does, you feel a deep sense of safety, as though nothing can disturb this moment, as though you are perfectly, completely protected. The fragrance deepens, not as an intensity, but as a richness that invites you to breathe deeper, to let the scent fill your lungs, your body, your awareness. And as you do, you notice that the breath has become effortless, like the gentle rise and fall of the tide, or the slow, steady rhythm of a heartbeat. And as the breath continues, you realize that you are not just smelling the rest. You are becoming it, dissolving into it, merging with it, becoming one with the calm. Now let your awareness drift to the edges of this fragrance, to the places where it fades into the surrounding stillness. And as you do, you realize that the stillness is not empty. It is full of the same rest, the same calm, the same peace, as though the fragrance is just one part of a vast, endless experience of stillness. An experience that holds you, cradles you, guides you gently toward deeper rest. And as you float in this stillness, you realize that there is nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to achieve. Only this moment, only this breath, only this rest. Now imagine that the rest is not just something you smell, but something you can touch. A soft, subtle texture, like the smooth surface of a river stone, or the gentle touch of a lover's hand. And as you breathe, this texture begins to fill the space around you. Slowly, gradually, like a soft blanket settling over your skin, until it surrounds you completely. A warm, comforting presence that holds you gently in its embrace. And as it does, you feel a deep sense of safety, as though nothing can disturb this moment, as though you are perfectly, completely protected. The texture deepens, not as a roughness, but as a richness that invites you to relax deeper, to let the sensation fill your body, your awareness. And as you do, you notice that the breath has become effortless, like the gentle rise and fall of the ocean, or the slow, steady rhythm of a lullaby. And as the breath continues, you realize that you are not just feeling the rest. You are becoming it, dissolving into it, merging with it, becoming one with the calm. Now, let your awareness drift to the edges of this texture, to the places where it fades into the surrounding stillness. And as you do, you realize that the stillness is not empty. It is full of the same rest, the same calm, the same peace, as though the texture is just one part of a vast, endless experience of stillness. An experience that holds you, cradles you, guides you gently toward deeper rest. And as you float in this stillness, you realize that there is nothing to do, nothing to achieve, nothing to strive for. Only this moment, only this breath, only this rest. The breath continues, soft, steady, unhurried. Each inhale drawing in more of the rest. Each exhale releasing anything that is not calm. And with each breath, you sink deeper, deeper into the stillness, deeper into the peace, deeper into the quiet rhythm of your own being. And now, as you drift, as you float in this endless ocean of rest, you realize that the journey inward is not about going anywhere. It is about being exactly where you are, exactly as you are, in this moment, in this breath, in this stillness. And as this truth settles into you, you feel a deep sense of relief, as though a weight you did not even know you were carrying has been lifted, as though you have finally come home. The rest is not something you have to find. It is not something you have to create. It is already here, already within you, already around you. And all you have to do is let it in. All you have to do is surrender to it, like a leaf surrendering to the current of a river. So let the rest carry you. Let it guide you deeper. Let it support you, cradle you, hold you gently in its embrace. And as you sink into it, you realize that there is no end to this journey, no destination to reach, only the endless, unfolding experience of rest, of calm, of peace. And as you drift, as you float in this timeless, boundless stillness, you understand that this is where you belong. Not in the doing, not in the striving, but in the being. In the simple, effortless act of existing. And in this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. Exactly as you need to be. Perfectly, completely at rest. And now, the words begin to soften, like the edges of a dream as you wake, or the last notes of a lullaby fading into silence. The images that once filled your mind, they drift away like clouds on a summer breeze, leaving only the feeling, only the warmth, only the deep and quiet peace you've carried with you all along. You don't need to see anything now. You don't need to hold onto anything now. The resonance, it doesn't need your attention to keep doing its gentle work. It moves through you like the softest tide, pulling back only to return with even more comfort, even more stillness. Your body knows exactly what to do with this feeling. It remembers how to rest, how to heal, how to simply be. Every cell, every breath, every quiet moment of surrender is part of something older than words, deeper than thought. The peace you feel right now, it isn't going anywhere. It's like the steady hum of a distant shore, always there whether you're listening or not. And whenever you need it, whenever you want to return to this quiet place, it will be waiting for you. Not because you have to, but because you want to. This is your safe space, your quiet corner of the world, a place where the noise fades, where the weight lifts, where time slows down just enough to let you breathe. It's always here, always ready, like a door that's never locked. You can step through it whenever you like, without hurry, without worry. The resonance continues its work, even now. It flows through you like warm honey, soothing what needs soothing, calming what needs calming. You don't have to guide it. You don't have to understand it. Just let it be. Let it do its quiet magic while you rest. This moment, this stillness, it's yours to keep. Not just for tonight, not just for this session. It's always with you, a quiet companion in the background of your day, ready to welcome you back whenever you need it. You've done nothing wrong by letting go. In fact, you've done everything right. Because letting go is how we make space for peace, for rest, for the quiet healing that happens when we stop trying so hard. The world outside can wait. All the thoughts, all the plans, all the things left undone. They'll still be there when you're ready, but for now, they can rest too. You don't have to hold onto this feeling. It's not going anywhere. Like the stars that shine whether we're looking or not. This peace is part of you now. Always present, always available. This is your time, your space, your moment of quiet surrender. No demands, no expectations, no need to be anything other than exactly where you are. Just this, just now, just the soft rhythm of your breath. The words are fading now, but the feeling remains, rich and warm and deep. It doesn't need words to exist. It doesn't need your attention to grow. It simply is, and so are you. Whenever you're ready, whenever you find yourself longing for this quiet again, you'll know just where to go. Not because anyone told you to, but because some part of you already remembers. This peace, this comfort, this gentle homecoming. All that's left now is to rest, to let the resonance do its quiet work, to let yourself be held by this moment, by this stillness, by this deep and perfect peace. Sleep now. Drift softly. The screen fades, but the quiet stays.